In this video we'll be evaluating trig functions on our graphing calculator, and these notes here say that only sine, cosine, and tangent can be directly computed from the calculator, but we just need to remember that the other three trig functions are reciprocals of sine, cosine, and tangent, so we can work around that with the calculator. And it tells us here, for example, cotangent of 28, we just enter 1 divided by tangent of 28 degrees. In the calculator, we need to make sure the mode, we'll talk about that in a minute, and we'll use the calculator here in the following examples to work through these. And it tells us that the angles are in radians unless the degree symbol is used, and be sure to switch between the appropriate modes. So this first one is in radians. We know that because no degree symbol is used, so we use this mode button here, and the default is going to be radian mode. So, but if the last person that used your calculator had it in degree mode, you would need to switch it. So we have it in the correct mode, so we can just enter this in. We'll use cosine, and then this is a good, we have cosine of 2 pi over 7. This is a good application of our fraction button in our calculator, the numerator over denominator. So we hit alpha y equals enter, get that numerator over denominator, and then 2 second pi all over 7, right arrow, close that parentheses, and now it looks, using that math print, it looks exactly the way we need it to, and that would be equal to we'll go to 3 places, 0.623. So cosine of 2 pi over 7 is approximately decimal 623. Alright, let's look at example 2. So it's 1 minus secant of 238 degrees. So secant is the reciprocal of cosine, so 1 over cosine of 238 degrees. That's what we'll be putting into our calculator. So we're using degrees here, so we need to go in and change the mode to degrees. That's second mode there that we use to get just the mode button, and we hit enter there, and then we get out. Second mode to quit, and we'll enter it just like we see it. So 1 minus alpha y equals enter for that fraction button, and it's 1 over cosine of 238 degrees, close parentheses, and we get approximately 2.887. So that answer is 2.887, and that's it for examples 1 and 2. Okay, example 3, tangent of negative 127 degrees. I'm already in degree mode because the last problem was in degree mode, so that's easy enough. Tangent negative 127, no problem. Enter. That is approximately 1.327, and we're done with example 3. Alright, example 4 is a little more complicated. We're going to have to be careful with the way we put this in our calculator. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. So right now I'm going to rewrite it because they have those slashes in there in place of division, and I want to rewrite here exactly what they're asking us to do, and then we'll make our conversions because our calculator doesn't have cosecant. So here's what they're asking us to do. So in our calculator, we're going to change this around, and we're going to use 14 plus 1 over cosecant is the reciprocal of sine, so sine of pi over 5. And then that's our entire numerator there. And then our denominator is still sine of pi over 7. So this is exactly the way we're going to make it look in our calculator. And if we use this alpha y equals enter numerator over denominator function, it makes it pretty simple. We'll use it actually multiple times here. So 14 plus, and then I need that fraction numerator over denominator again, and 1 on top, sine of, we'll use it again. Notice you can use it as many times as you need to. Second pi over 5, and close that down. Go to our denominator, and it is sine of alpha y equals enter pi, second pi over 7, and close that. Make sure it looks right. 14 plus 1, the quantity 1 over sine of pi over 5, all divided by sine of pi over 7. It all looks good, and we notice a problem. So I did this on purpose. So if you end with something like this, some really wild number that's really out of whack from anything else you've done, probably means you're in the wrong mode. And notice these angle measures, pi over 5, pi over 7, are in radians, and we're in degree mode. So that's why we got that crazy answer there. So let's switch that to radian mode. Go back up here, highlight it, hit enter, and evaluate it again, and then it makes more sense. 36.188 is our answer, and that is a good check. So make sure your answers are reasonable. If they're not, it's likely that you're in the wrong mode. So make sure you are checking, always check your answers for reasonableness. All right, let's look at example 5 next. All right, example 5 here, convert 128.784 degrees to degrees, minutes, and second form. So our calculator will actually do this for us. We're working with degrees here, so obviously we need to make sure we're in degree mode. And once we've done that, we can type in 128.784, and then all of this angle stuff is going to be in the angle menu. So second apps is the angle menu, and you see option 4 is that little arrow means convert to, and then DMS is degrees, minutes, and seconds. So option 4. So you just put that in right after your decimal degrees, hit enter, and it does it for you. So it's 128 degrees, 47 minutes, and 2.4 seconds. And if you've gone through the conversion process, which we have in previous lessons, that's pretty nice that your calculator will actually do that for you. It saves a lot of tedious work. All right, let's look at the last lesson, our last example for this lesson, which is example 6. All right, last example, example 6. Convert 45 degrees, 8 minutes, 22 seconds to decimal degrees form. Okay, so we're going to put in 45. I'm in degree mode. The last question was, so we're definitely in degree mode. And then we'll use this second apps, which is the angle menu for the degree symbol there. And then 8 second apps for the angle menu. Minutes is the number 2 choice there, the second choice. And then it would be nice if seconds was in that menu, but it's actually not. You have to hit alpha, alpha plus, but we'll do that in a minute. Great. Okay, I didn't mean to cancel that. That's fine. We'll go through it again. Second angle, degrees, 8 second angle, minutes. Now type the seconds in, and it's alpha plus, gives you the seconds. Then hit enter, and it gives you the answer. It is 45.139 degrees. So 45 degrees, 8 minutes, 22 seconds is approximately equivalent to 45.139 degrees. Okay, that's it for this lesson.